Welcome back to the HoodCast.
The opinions expressed on the HoodCast are those of the guests and the host. They reflect no inference or agreement by HoodTech Productions or HoodTech Productions LLC or HoodCast LLC. The information presented on the HoodCast is not intended to offend any race, creed, religion, sexual orientation, or nation of origin. Please listen at your own discretion.
It is now time.
It's time.
Get ready.
Let's do it.
There I go. What it do, world? Welcome back to another edition of HoodTech Presents Da HoodCast. www.hoodtechproductions.com. This is HoodCast 371. Labor Day. Happy Labor Day. Wow. Hip. Who fucking Ray? Bringing in the crew that's here. Jen E. Willie Biggs.
What's up, people? How y'all feeling?
Kokomo is not here. Don't know why, but he's not here. Show must go on. So, happy Labor Day.
It's Labor
So
Day.
what did you cook?
Nothing. I've been working on this show all day.
Gotcha.
G-Mac didn't cook for Labor Day?
No, I didn't.
You normally do though, don't you?
I tried to. But unfortunately today I didn't have time because,
Okay, wait.
again,
Okay, don't call me bougie, okay, y'all?
We go.
But I crept up on something today and I gotta have one. G-Mac, don't laugh at me, okay?
I'm trying not to.
Okay, so y'all remember the old barbecue grills? They're either made out of a hot water tank or a barrel, right?
Yeah. I know what you saw.
Okay. I saw one today. Guess what it was made from? It was the best smoked chicken I ever had in my life.
What was it?
The icebox or refrigerator?
Yes, it was a small refrigerator. And the man that makes them is like 2,076 years old. And I told him, I said, how much? I must have one. And
A refrigerator.
It's made from a refrigerator and got the racks in it. And he put the dial on it for the temperature. And it's the old school refrigerator with the snap and it locks down.
Yeah.
That chicken was sitting on them racks. When I tell you that chicken was so good, it is almost
Is it
like
steel or is it?
It's probably the metal one.
It's
You know,
steel.
the old school
It's the
one.
metal. It's the
Okay.
old
Let's say, because it don't
It's
be done with
metal.
no paint in them motherfuckers.
No.
Yeah.
It's metal. It's the old school metal ones. And it stands about up to G-Mac Hill. And it's wide. And it got the racks in it. And he had the chicken and had that beer can stuffed on the inside of it.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah.
He closed that lid and it has a pipe coming out the top. That chicken was fire. And
That's what's happening.
guess what beer he used?
What?
Which I'm surprised. No, Red Stripe.
Oh, he makes some old dark Jamaican chicken. Yeah, some old black chicken. That's what's up. Well, I saw some brothers on
Red Stripe.
I saw some brothers on Instagram that was making chicken in an old school file cabinet.
Yeah, I've seen them do it in the file cabinet.
Yeah,
too.
them niggas eating poison.
Why they eat poison?
Yeah.
Because they could have probably stripped it
The
out.
paint, it's the lacquer.
They had better stripped it out.
That's what I'm
They had
saying.
better stripped it out.
That's what I'm saying. It could probably been like,
let me add this culinary disclaimer, please.
Okay.
Do not make a crab boil in an Instant Pot. Don't y'all do that.
What's wrong with that?
Don't y'all do that.
What did it do? It cook you down too much? Everything got mushy?
Yes. And then I'd also like to add that seafood like crabs and crawdads are meant to be cooked live. I'm tired of watching y'all on live streams trying to kill Clarence the lobster.
I mean, that's the most humane way to do it, though. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to
No,
be
it's
humane.
not. I'm gonna say this for culinary reasons. You're speaking to a Caribbean. You cook this stuff live. It
Man.
tastes better. The flavor. You
What
do not
then
want
the
to boil
Caribbean have to do? I don't
undead.
even
That's what I'm
understand.
saying, dude. Like, shit got shit to do
Oh,
with
because
it.
it's with the spirit. We don't want to eat the ghost of the food. We want to get the live soul. Sound to me. Oh, you're right, Caribbean. That sound like some voodoo shit right there. That's some.
Quit calling me a voodoo lady.
You want to eat the soul? I want to eat their soul.
No, it's better to absorb flavor when you drop it in that water and it's live. It's just better. Although I do have some blue crabs in the refrigerator that I'm gonna steam later.
Exactly.
So
there goes that theory.
Right.
Well, anyway, now that we've gotten through our Labor Day cook shenanigans. Oh, my grandbaby came over and crushed too. She ate up some shit I was so my little baby girl crushed because she like grandpa's. But we got busy over here today.
18 months old. It's
Trust
not
me.
like she's developed her palate yet.
If she don't eat it, she won't eat it. She know what she don't like. She know what she don't like.
That's true.
Yeah, she knows what she don't like. Plus, it's always better when it's off grandpa's plate. So,
Yeah, they don't eat nothing off their own plate.
nah, it tastes so much better on mine. So, we got some weird, unfortunate, and some sad news to talk about. Now we've gotten through our Labor Day happy parts. Cop killed a young man by hitting him with a cooler.
Yes.
Now, when I first saw this, though, my dumb ass, I thought he hit him with a wine cooler bottle. He hit him with like one of those coolers like you take on a picnic. Like a big cooler.
It was full.
How did he throw it? I mean,
He picked it up and he hurled it. And what it was, I guess the kid ran from him, jumped on a moped, and he hurled this cooler and it hit him. And when it hit him in the head, he hit the ground off this moped. Wasn't wearing a helmet, blunt force trauma, and it killed him. Now, here's what the argument is. The argument is, oh, he was off duty.
so
It doesn't matter. He killed someone. And I just want to, pause here parenthetically, stop and add a comma for effect. Do you guys remember the incident that happened with Tupac where he shot two cops?
oh yeah, and got off because they was off duty cops and didn't.
Because they were off duty.
And they didn't identify themselves as police
They did not
officers.
identify themselves. When I did a little bit more research into this situation, he never identified himself as a cop. It wasn't until after the incident happened and this kid died, they found out that this guy was in fact a cop.
Oh, so he never identified himself on the scene.
That was dumb.
As a cop.
That was dumb. I mean,
Right.
yeah, I'm like, if he threw something at this kid, he should identify him. Maybe if he identified himself as a cop, maybe the kid wouldn't have ran. I don't know that for sure, but
Right.
I don't know.
Now,
But he threw a cooler. What I'm trying to figure out is how big was this cooler? This dude must have been crazy strong to throw a cooler.
It could have been just a cooler, one of the little bitty coolers. If it's full enough, and by his force are coming towards the cop, and the cop threw it. You see what I'm saying?
So was the kid running away or coming towards the cop?
He probably was in
he
his
was
lane.
running.
I thought he was in his lane.
He was in his lane.
Yeah, like going
When he was
towards
running
him.
away, how he was going towards him.
Yeah, like he was
So
trying
is
to be the cop to stop him from running and shit.
So was the cop's defense that he was in danger?
Ain't no defense. Ain't no defense on that.
No.
So I remember, I
Not
don't
in defense.
want to get off subject, but I'm sure y'all saw the one where the cop shot a pregnant lady in a car in the grocery store. I think she was in the grocery store. They claimed that she had shoplifted. They accused her of shoplifting. Two cops approached her in the parking lot, and the cop pulled out and shot her after they had told her numerous times to get out the car. And their claim is that she tried to run him over when actually, no. Car rolled forward, she probably took her foot out the brake or something.
And that's exactly what happened. She had started the car up. They had approached the car. Her foot was on the brake, and she was trying to figure out what the hell was going on. And if I'm not mistaken, she didn't shoplift anything at all.
No, there wasn't anything found that she had shoplifted. So
now, how did that story end? Did the baby was it?
I don't know, and I hate that. I don't know. I don't know. I just know that we keep talking about training and this, that, and the other, but it sounds like we got a lot of scary ass cops out there with
This
guns.
ain't even the fact of scary ass cops, bro. I think these cops want to kill us.
Yeah,
These sorry motherfuckers are looking for a fucking reason to goddamn me roll up on a nigga. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get him this way. I'm gonna get off. Sorry, bastards.
I'm gonna say this. My brother is a cop.
Bitch ass motherfuckers.
And my brother's a cop in Atlanta, Georgia. And he's no longer a cop. He was for several years in Atlanta, Georgia. And I was talking to my brother before the show, and my brother did say something to the effect of this. He said that psychological examination that is given to police officers is the same one that was given in the 1960s. And he was telling me that if you look at Canada, the United Kingdom, and other countries in terms of their police force and the level of training, it is something that is constantly done on how to handle a multitude of scenarios. What I'm seeing in the United States as a whole, as a country at large, is that you giving a lot of mentally unstable kamikaze motherfuckers a badge.
Yeah, but also you giving, like I said, the training is not, clearly hasn't been updated in decades, centuries.
And then my thing is this, and if somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, whoever's watching, this is a question that I want to pose, is the psychological examination, I don't think it's done yearly or quarterly to see what somebody's mind state is.
Right.
If I'm not mistaken, a friend of mine is LRPD, and fuck me, I should have called him, because I do know that if an officer is involved in a shooting, there is
he has to go do a psyche eval.
with a psyche eval then and speak to eternal affairs. But
Really?
yeah.
So what about these police that be killing people and get off on the shit? For instance, the one that killed Breonna Taylor. What happened about their psych evaluations? You see what I'm saying?
That was never disclosed with the public. I can only speak on what I know with when I did speak with him, but I was meaning to ask him about the psychological side of things. And what I was meaning to ask him is, well, say, I know that when y'all are involved in a shooting, and even if y'all kill somebody, you have to be evaluated psychologically, and you have to go through counseling until they release you from counseling.
Right.
But I said, as long as you're a cop, I was meaning to ask him, how often do you get a psych eval? Now, here's something very interesting. I've worked in behavioral health for over a decade, and me being a nurse working with sex trafficking victims, I have worked with child molestation, I've worked with child molesters and criminally insane. As a nurse, we had to go sit down in a little room and individually and have somebody ask us, how are you handling this? What do you need?
Because what you were encountering.
Because of what we encounter. And y'all got to think about something. You're dealing with a 5 foot, 135 pound woman who can drop my shoulder like Eddie George and stiff arm a bitch.
I know, but I just think that
and
I think some of that
take
is
a toll on you.
I know, but some of that is it seems like people's first line of defense is to pull that gun.
It is.
You know what I mean?
Like they programmed to do.
It is. That's
right. I mean, I get it. Everybody want to get home and safe to their family.
Man,
So they figure that's
I'm telling you, man, that's just some bullshit ass excuse. That's not the case 80% of the time. That's not the case, bro. You can actions speaks louder than words. I train my babies from little to know that it don't matter what no human being on this earth say. Our actions gonna always speak louder for some reason.
But I'm gonna say this:
words come out.
One of the reasons why my brother is not a cop for Atlanta, Georgia anymore is because how he saw how situations were handled. My brother was an older cop, and he would have to pull these young cats and be like, you know what?
You're
you
going
just
too far.
gas on a situation. He said, you rolling up on a car and you're automatically yelling, screaming, hollering. He's like, bro, this ain't it.
See, them dudes scared. Them dudes are scared.
Yeah. And he said, you're more apt to have a situation turn into something it shouldn't have been by the way you approach the situation.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not defending cops. I'm not defending victims. I'm not defending anybody. I just think we need to figure out a way to pulling the gun shouldn't be the first. It shouldn't be the first action taken. I mean, and then I remember when they were talking about in New York, when they were talking about sending out mental health professionals to deal with some issues as opposed to sending police who aren't trained to deal with mental health issues. Because we've seen plenty of times people having a mental health crisis end up getting killed.
Yep.
Because the cops, in those situations, their first and last line of defense is to pull that gun. And I know what it is. They thinking about, I'm not gonna take any chances. They're not gonna let me get home to my kids.
There's a situation that happened, I'll be very brief, and it happened in front of the Arkansas State Hospital some years back when I was much younger, where a young lady had just been discharged, and she sat in the middle of traffic. If you know where Arkansas State Hospital is in the restaurant, she sat in the middle of traffic in her gown. She had nowhere to go, and they had been discharged. And I remember Little Rock's Finest drawing down on this sister. And I was across the street and just got something to eat, and you got cars honking, and it's sensory deprivation. She's mentally ill, and y'all got guns on her. And I'm going across the street, and I'm every bit of probably 25, 26, but I'm yelling at the cops, get back, y'all get back. And I remember kneeling down, I gave her my food, and I talked to this sister. And she said, I have nowhere to go, and I'm sick. I told them I was sick. I have nowhere to go. So I'm going to sit here and let a car run me over.
Wow.
So why do you sons of bitches have a gun pulled on this queen?
On a woman in a gown.
Because she's black. On a woman in a gown. Actually, she wasn't.
What was she?
She wasn't. She was Latina.
She was black.
And guess what? Oh, Jesus Christ. Either way it goes, she was ethnic. But either way it goes, this sister ended up having to be readmitted. But my thing is this, what if somebody had hit her with a car? What if she had stood up and walked towards the cop and they blew her brains out?
Somebody's hospital should have been held accountable for letting her out.
Exactly. And see, we have case management in the hospitals. Where was social work? But the thing about it is they're overwhelmed. Do you know?
Yeah, that's what I want to say. I remember working in IT, early days of IT, and it was always talked about a single point of failure. You do not want to have a single point of failure. You need to have a redundancy, whether it be in systems, in roles, in you need to have some redundancy in case one case a person is available, or a system fails. But then as budgets got cut, the ideal of a single point of failure, it went from a single point of failure to having multi-purpose roles. So before you had two people doing a job, now you got one person doing two jobs.
Right.
And it became less but it just became less about quality service and more about the budget. But anybody that's been in any of those type of roles know that when you cut budget, you don't increase quality of service.
No, you don't.
You do not increase quality. It's never been a case where you said, oh, I cut the budget and things are better. No, it may be more profitable, but quality of service is the first thing to suffer. And whether it be in
we saw this in
healthcare,
the hospitals.
that's what I'm saying, whether it be healthcare, whether it be education, whether it be technology, when you cut budgets, you end up with poor quality of service, mainly because people can't give the attention to the issues that they need because they're trying to do multiple things.
This is true.
When you spread your resources too thin, and speaking of being an IT person, in IT, it's always found like, oh, well, you can do 6 things. You can do 7 things. You're amazing. You're like, nah, what you are is overstressed. And stretched too thin, and you're going to make a mistake. You're going to make a mistake.
Yeah, this is how we have people get shot because, perfect example, a few years back, they were talking about the ratios of cops they have to the high crime areas,
right,
where they did not have an even amount. So you got a domestic dispute going on over here, but you got a robbery in progress over here in a certain area. Well, guess what? No one died in the robbery in progress, but in this domestic dispute, dude just shot his wife.
Right, because there was nobody there to attend to it.
Right.
Or somebody came to attend to it, and then they called all hands, and everybody left there and went to deal with the robbery. That may have got resolved, but then this woman got killed because there was no one there for services. I get it, but I just think that we need
more hands-on training to implement how to take care of these situations.
And how to de-escalate.
And how to de-escalate. There is no reason. The next story onto this is in Florida. You got a cop physically reached in the car and began to pummel this woman.
That's insane.
Beat the brakes off of her.
Right.
I'm thinking to myself, what the hell is wrong with you?
I'm telling you, what you said earlier is probably what really needs to go on. Those psych evaluations, they need to be more frequent, more regular. They need to be well documented. And they, everybody needs more training to recognize.
Because I'm gonna say this:
when an officer's on the edge like that.
In every profession, you have a burnout. I'm gonna tell you what I did for 6 months. Y'all gonna laugh. I went and worked at Target.
I believe it.
And I was 32 years old. And I'm gonna tell you why I did this. I did this because I didn't want to give nobody the wrong pill, the wrong injection. I didn't want to go off on a family member on the unit. None of that. I took 6 months and said, I'm going to work in the public sector doing something else.
On that note, I really think it's important, if you're watching this show, if you're working in healthcare, first responder, and you feel like you're on the edge, please reach out to your colleagues. Please reach out to your supervisors. And I know sometimes
EAP. Most of these employers have EAPs where you can sit down and talk to somebody.
Go talk to somebody before you make a mistake that ruins your life and possibly ends somebody else's.
Because as a nurse, I had to take care of my father who was actively dying. I took care of a grandmother that was actively dying. Right. I took care of a grandfather that was actively dying. I was taking care of uncles that were actively dying. And to have to deal with that and be off on bereavement and then go back and take care of somebody else just wasn't some shit I want to do. Yeah. So if you have something like internal affairs or EAP, sit down and talk to somebody, let them know I'm falling apart.
And that shouldn't be seen as a weakness. That's not a sign of weakness. To say you need help is not a sign of weakness. And I'm not trying to turn this into let's help all the police, because I think cops do some crazy shit too.
That's what I was just. I gotta kind of interrupt y'all. So when these police do this shit, we gonna chop that shit up to mental health?
No. What I'm saying is, it's a problem on both sides of the table.
Yes,
I ain't saying like our former president, there's some good people on both sides. I'm saying that a lot of these cops are drawing their guns because they scared.
Yeah,
they scared. Now you got some out there. You got some cops. You got some neighbors. You got some whatever's. What they scared? Okay, they scared.
Before we bounce, I want to show. I want y'all to watch this clip of the same young lady that Jen was talking about, that the cop snatched her out, and we're gonna see how scared this guy is. You see what I'm saying?
No. Now wait, hold on, G-Man. That wasn't fear. This wasn't fear in him.
Exactly what fear. This is what's going on all the time. This shit right here.
Oh my God, this is
well, watch this.
That was hate.
How you doing? You got an ID on you, ma'am?
Why am I giving my ID?
Because I asked for it.
Because you asked me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I no longer feel comfortable because I don't even have a problem
Okay,
here.
well, I'm asking you for ID. If you don't produce it, I'm going to take you to jail. Okay, so let me see your ID.
Do you hear this, Mom? Do you hear this, Mom?
Wow.
I'm waiting on my friend, and now I'm about to get arrested because
I'm not going to ask you again. I'm not going to ask you again.
Do you hear this, Mom? He's not giving me a problem, or what did I do wrong? What did I do? These people can kill me, Mom.
Okay, now here comes the gruesome shit.
I'm gonna ask you one more time, and then I'm gonna pull you out of the car. Okay?
That was sadistic.
Sorry, please. Why are you being?
Now look at this. Now, does this look like fear? Does it look like he's scared of her? This pussy motherfucker. This young girl look like she in her early 20s, and he manhandled like this. And then he gonna hit her? Is that mental health? Is this motherfucking mental health?
You're finna punch me.
Look at this shit.
Punch me. You're not.
And then he punched her?
You're not finna punch me, bro. What's wrong with you? You just hit a woman.
Thank you, TYT, for the footage. That's not mental health right there.
No, and this is what we're saying, G-Mac. We're not leaning this to mental health and burnout in general. We did admit you have some people who are kamikaze, who have issues, who are just messed up in general. They decide, let me be a cop so I can go get my rocks off.
And it's a lot of them. There's an old saying, one bad apple spoils a whole bunch, and it's actually true. That's true.
No.
You see what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying about the whole motherfuckers need to be getting evaluated more frequently so you can weed some of them motherfuckers out.
Because I'm going to tell you something now, G-Man.
If you're a professional at it.
I guarantee you, if they had done a psych eval on this piece of shit, they could have saved that sister the beatdown that she just got. That is my point.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm serious. If they go and they do psych evals on people who work in certain sectors, they wouldn't have a job anymore.
Right.
But see, people been saying that shit for decades upon decades. I don't believe that shit. I believe.
Do you not?
No, I do not. I do not. Actions speaks louder than words. The shit getting worse. I mean, like, goddamn, this nigga know he got a fucking webcam on him. You see what I'm saying? And what has they done? This the Santos. I know he saw this shit. This Sanchez, these nuts. I don't give a fuck. You see what I'm saying? Shit like this outrages me because it's my people that get the bad end, the other end of the stick, literally. And this shit is right here. And what can we do about it? What the fuck can we do about it? Well, I'm not in a good mood. Let's go to the first break so I can calm myself down. Happy Labor Day, everybody, by the way. Yeah, we'll be right back right after this.
HoodTech Presents Da HoodCast.
Record labels are inclined to keep us as dumb as possible. They know that if we get to communicating and putting our heads together and comparing notes, we're going to figure out some shit real fast. They also know that if we get on the same page, it's a chance that we could unionize. They really don't want that. They don't want rappers united. They don't want artists united. They want division, because divided they can conquer.
I got a question for the whole world. How we go from paradise to this cold world? We sick and twisted, never knowing what tomorrow brings. We kill each other, risk it all for these petty things. Meanwhile, bioweapons being let loose. They think they slick with that 5G neck noose. On top of that, they got us all drinking dirty water. Desensitized kings and queens headed for a slaughter. Prophets warn us they get martyred, but we never listen. Record labels got these youngins going straight to prison. Now picture this, every day I see a man die. So how we living in this world where no men cry? We sick of Nazis and you crooked ass racist cops. My people still traumatized cause it never stopped. So 1% know how we feel, fuck that orange guy. Pedophiles, traffic kids, politicians lie. Open your eyes, motherfucker. You gotta raise your. You gotta raise your. You gotta raise your. Fuck what they saying, just. You gotta raise your. You gotta raise your. You gotta raise your. Fuck what they saying, just. My nigga, stop what you doing, come and take a listen. The awakening is happening while rappers dissing. America is in the space age, death spiral. Now here I am, my ascension about to go viral. Everybody wanna stay sleep. It's fucking sad, everybody wanna stay sheep. Now peep the game, Run DeSantis is a white supremacist. Out here banning everything, he's scared of black genius. Human beings being fucked by these politicians. In every city, poor people stocking ammunition. It's time for truth, it's time to think and take this thing higher. Cause if we don't, we all burn in it like a fire. A bunch of planets on the way, but they don't never show it. When them poles start to shift, we'll all know it. It's up to you and you and you, so what you gon' do? Free your mind or else these motherfuckers own you. You better wake your ass up. You gotta raise your. You gotta raise your. You gotta raise your. Fuck what they saying, just. You gotta raise your. You gotta raise your. You gotta raise your. Fuck what they saying, just. Fuck all the negativity and the latest drama. You vibe low, you die slow. I put that on my mama. Now everybody wanna gang bang. That shit that Trump and Biden doing, that's the same thing. And meanwhile, news channels talk of UFOs. I see a bunch of married rappers still being hoes. Don't get it twisted, Biden's son out here snorting coke. They got that money for Ukraine, but we still broke. May God set us all free from them old ways. We the ones that they spoke of in the last days. I'm a rapper, motivator, king OG. I've been a legend in my city, but I'm low-key. I'm tapped in, sitting in London out to Cape Town. The Philippines, Amsterdam, back to Rocktown. I'm a rider, speaking bold, I ain't fearing none. They crucify me like I'm Jesus, but I still won. Get out the way, motherfucker. You gotta raise your. You gotta raise your. You gotta raise your. Fuck what they saying, just. You gotta raise your. You gotta raise your. You gotta and Jess.
HoodTech Presents Da HoodCast. HoodTech Presents Da HoodCast.
This world drive you crazy. You will not drown under this ups and downs. Our friendship's everything. It's the same right now. In your hardest of times, I won't let you down. I'm staring in the mirror, man. This life's about endurance, and I'm thinking about my children. I want them to have insurance. Demons making an appearance. I keep running interference as I'm praying. I delay them when I spray them with these bullets. Health problems being bullish, but I'm repping to the fullest. Either way, yeah, every day still gotta make it to that goodness. Cause I shouldn't be discouraged to the point of being malnourished. There must be a door that's open. I just have to keep on poking. Every single door handle. Ignore the score of scandals. Fighting from the skies. Terrence be more and more from my parents. My sins are so apparent. My shortcomings are glaring. The blueprint is tearing. I am enlisting the mode, I am insisting on flow, I am resisting the nose, I am consulting with pros, I am enlisting my bros, I have been fishing for growth, I've been singing loads of freedom but missing some notes. You can do it, baby. Don't you let this world drive you crazy. You will not drown under these ups and downs. Our friendship's everything. It's the same right now. In your hardest of times, I won't let you down. People need a father figure, someone whose purpose is bigger, someone who leads with intention, a person holding the fence, and it can't just all be dissension. Life is so many dimensions, mother and father, daughter and brother and family extensions. I'm speaking humans and science, interconnected reliance. Some call my thinking Jurassic, I call it walking with giants. Ancient with wisdom and Mayan, spiritual stance and defiance. African systems, commandments, they just see jungles and lions. I'm seeing griots and movements, elders are teaching the students. We need some sounds that are soothing. Failing to win for the losing, flailing from winds of deception, choosing from meaningless choices, searching for surface perfection. Music can up the vibrations, drum bass and congos and bongos. Shaker race coming from Lagos, unity out to the Congo. Carter to fly, I'm inspired to fly high. Indigenous, infinite, cultural lies, gotta thrive. You can do it, baby. Don't you let this world drive you crazy. You will not drown under this ups and downs. Our friendship's everything. It's the same right now. In your hardest of times, I won't let you down. I won't let you down. I won't let you down. I won't let you. I won't let.
I didn't get the text. We can't hear you, man.
Thank you. We are back. Second segment, HoodCast 371. www.hoodtechproductions.com. Please like, share. You see what I'm saying? All that thing. We love you.
Yes, sir.
Second segment.
Yes.
Y'all,
Sapien crisis.
now y'all gotta make sure that if you haven't done so already, y'all get over there and get on this merch store.
Look, isn't it nice?
We got some things.
Mm-hmm.
We got some things. Y'all gotta get over to the merch store.
Are we doing anything special for Christmas? Are we?
You need to come over with Christmas special. Cause I want
I like them
these.
flip flops though. I like them slides.
I want these joints for my grandbaby. And I'm definitely, this is what I'm copping tonight. I'm gonna give me some of these slides because I got to rock these. I got the. I know it's starting to get a little cool, but that's all right because brothers be wearing some thick socks.
Yep, put the socks on, baby.
Yeah.
Biggs.
Yeah.
Your feet need to be together before you put those on.
I'm gonna have some socks on. Don't be worried about my feet. What you worry about? You're gonna see some. What you're gonna see is these flip flops and these socks together, like a family reunion. With some
baby animals.
With these. Like. No, I don't have them talons you walk around on.
I don't have talons.
I'm gonna have a matching hoodie to go with it. This is gonna be my whole HoodTech hood outfit. This is gonna be my going to check the mail in the wintertime outfit, right?
Ask Cokie about what my feet look like.
I'm not asking Cokie about your feet. That's nasty. Don't be bringing it up in front of the company. That's nasty. Backpack. Look at that joint. That's a travel joint. That's the overnight. It's a sleepover joint right there.
Yeah, that's been the night bag.
Hell yeah. Real fans of the show, get you that damn phone case. $15, get that.
Right. Hey, yo. Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all the quality of the shit is phenomenal.
Yes,
you see what I'm saying? We got the same t-shirts that you get out of Walmart or out of Target. You see what I'm saying? Shit like that. Like
you mispronounced Target. That is not how we pronounce
Target. Target.
Well, anyway, this is not no iron on shit. This is like laser sketch new technology shit right here. You see what I'm saying?
Quit stretching that shirt.
Yeah, I mean, I done watched it like 3 times.
Multiples of colors.
Mama said that she's ordering
right, and it's still there.
To the church.
Yeah.
So y'all don't have church mothers wearing Have a Hood Day shirts.
That they should be. Everybody in the hood should be wearing that. But this right here, this is going to be sitting on my desk when I go back in office. They're gonna be asking about this. I'm gonna be in the break room with this.
I just like to talk about the demographic that we're reaching. We're reaching the elderly.
Oh my goodness.
We've been
because that's who we pissing off. It's since that church treasury comment. Okay, it's been a close. Jim, are these leather?
Yeah, those leather.
What are?
Those the high tops.
No.
I like those.
Canvas.
That's the rubber out, so they got a canvas. Okay. Oh, these are old school like the Chucks, yeah.
Yep, I like those. You can wear those with anything.
Can.
Now, world, I'm gonna be right back. I'm finna show y'all something. I got the y'all wish y'all can get these, but you can't. You can't.
Oh, he got the last of them joints.
Look, we're doing a fashion segment.
Yeah, this is the QVC segment of the show.
Yeah. And I would just like to say I'm wearing gallery department this evening.
Get that Mac Mob apparel. This sounds like a straight bowling shirt. This is some comfy right here.
Yeah, that does look comfortable.
Right. Yeah.
So see what I'm saying? Unfortunately, y'all won't be able to get these.
What? Those limited edition now?
Yeah, it's only 2 pair of these that's in existence. The nigger that has it one of these days, I'm gonna get a copy of other shoes. These motherfuckers here are gonna be like my boy Houdini. You see what I'm saying? How he had his hat.
They're gonna be a rare collector's item.
Boy, mostly every time I go out on the stage, I'm gonna have these on.
I love
because these are the only ones.
I love
but don't get it twisted. There are other designs that we have that will fit your
needs. That's cute. I like them red toes. How much are those?
$62.80.
Yeah, and we got it's good quality at a cheap price. You ain't paying like $90, $100.
G-Mag, darling. Is there free shipping over a certain amount?
You got all that string labs about that. Right. It depends on where you go. You see what I'm saying?
Depends on how much you get and where it's going.
Right. We ain't worried about that. Just
look at these joints, Jen. It's cute.
Right.
Oh, those cute. I like those. Those are the ones I was looking at.
How y'all see?
Yeah.
G-Mac, we'll talk later.
Look at the gazelle joints.
Because I need my shirt. I need my shirt.
Right. Oh yeah, well, we got a Willie Biz collection too.
What a Willie Biz?
The Willie Biz collection.
Where's the Willie Biz collection?
He made a crazy shirt. Look. There go Cokie shirt right there.
Let me see.
How y'all see this shit? I'm not seeing it.
Cokie Bogadowski. Get that real pen player shirt right there.
Yeah, that's a nice Cokie collection.
Cokie collection.
I just need one that says Male Sapien moment.
Male Sapien moment. There you go.
Yep.
Have a hood day with Willie Biggs. You got the bald head Willie Biggs on there.
Right.
And my eyes tight.
That was.
Yeah, my eyes tight. Like I'm just really upset.
But he looked funny without hair.
Now I do, yeah, because you used to see him without his hair, man.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, y'all come through, man. Come through the merch store. Y'all gotta come through the merch store and rock with us. And definitely come through and support the show. You see, we got some cool ass merch. And one thing about it, wherever you wearing it, it's gonna be a conversation starter. It's definitely gonna do that.
Yeah, very much.
There's more to come.
Mayonnaise jar.
Always. I'm a Mason Jar. I'm from Arkansas. I'm a Mason Jar sipping motherfucker. You crazy?
I know, right?
I go to them what they call them apothecary stores and be buying a whole setup just the jars. Or I just eat a lot of pickles.
That's not what those are for.
Well, I like the little print design on them.
But friend, that's not what those are for.
These are actually from Slim Chickens.
Slim Chickens?
Like that? Yeah,
they gave this for you. When they had a little top on it, so when you get through,
but you know what I put?
What did you pay for these motherfuckers?
When I put in my mason jars, I put my hair, when I make my hair grease, I put it in mason jars.
Well, I grew up my grandma making preserves, and
Yep. Now she probably had the mason jars that snapped on the side.
The real she had those, and she had the ones with the centerpiece that was loose, so it really pushed the air out when that's that real shit.
And see, those are the ones that I use because shea butter will spoil when mixed with other items. Can we talk about male sapien crises?
Okay, let's get right into it. This is the. I almost don't want to use the title anymore because I got other stuff going on that's gonna get me in trouble. Anyway, Trump throws Eric Trump under the bus. Can we discuss how far down rabbit hole we gotta go when this man starts?
You don't have to go far at all. All you gotta do is just look in that motherfucker. You're dealing with Donald Trump.
He said, I really don't have much to do with that no more.
Okay, so
it's got your name on it, bro.
Let me say this, children. Newly released deposition, and this is Michael Cohen basically dry snitching because once they leave out the mountains and they get exposed to direct sunlight, it fries up the brain, and male sapiens just so crazy.
Their loyalty just goes out the window after you go to prison too.
Yeah. So our soul sister number one, Letitia James. She smells like Motion's hair conditioner and pink oil moisturizer. That's
what she smells like. She do be shining on all of myself, but like she is extra greasy.
She just wears a little MAC lip gloss.
You can tell somebody called her crusty when she was little. She said never again. She ain't never called out.
Just a little light dusting of pressed powder because her beauty is very organic. Pressed powder. Because being a melanated, strong woman, the energy.
She be hitting them edges in the office too before she go out on camera.
I know. She use a little diamond edge control.
Yeah, she be hitting them edges when she go out there.
And she don't use an edge brush. She use an old toothbrush. Right. Shout out to Letitia James.
It's an old toothbrush.
So, she filed, of course, we know she filed a $250 million lawsuit accusing the former president, his organization, and 3 of his adult children of misrepresenting their assets. So, long story short, he was targeted and said he had net worth of billions of dollars more than James viciously and falsely claimed. Dumbass.
$2.2 billion is what they say. He inflated his an additional $2.2 billion.
Additional. Thank you. So, in his deposition, he did what I said he was going to do. Y'all go back probably 100 episodes back when this first started. I said he was going to do this. Now, what this particular male sapien in his male sapien madness has not understand. G-Mac, do we have my thingy? Do we have it?
Of course we do.
Thank you, Pumpkin. Now, let me share. Lean in, children. he did what we knew in his male sapien madness that he was going to do. See, when you go and you record a deposition in front of legal eagles, they already know the answers to the said questions.
They know the answers to the questions.
What they want you to do is incriminate yourself. So by him being a male sapien who has been out of the cave a teensy bit too long, he did what they knew he was going to do.
Exactly what they knew.
He said, and I quote, I've been less involved. Right. I stepped away from management in 2017 and I gave the top roles to the children. This ain't got nothing to do with me.
Yeah, basically. He was like, I'm not in there. Oh, but then he did say, of course, when there's major decisions to be made and, close to the end, that's usually when I come in.
Right.
So what are considered major decisions in overstating property values or under reporting values for tax purposes?
What he did was, let me share this, if I may stop, pause, and add a comma for effect and speak parenthetically. What he did was, in theory, he did not technically throw Eric under the bus. He just said, hey, Coconut Boy was involved too, but I'm the one that had the final say so. So yeah, technically I'm involved.
Yeah, no, he didn't throw him under the bus, but he did catch it straight. Eric caught it straight. He got to be sitting at home reading and going, God damn, Paul. What are you doing?
Because let's just be honest, Donald Jr. has actually been inside the cave too long because he's not bright.
That boy jaw be twitching like a motherfucker.
Well, that's that booger sugar. But anyway.
What happened to the CFO? I haven't heard anything about the CFO in a while. What happened in his case?
Good question.
Is he cooperating or is he going to jail? Or
he might be cooperating.
I think everybody's cooperating. I think all the political people are cooperating too, but what they're trying not to do is they don't want to be seen publicly. Just like Pence. Pence was like, not coming in, not speaking to no thing. But then the grand jury hit him. He was like, okay, I'll come in. I had to do it. It's not like I wanted to, so don't be mad at me. I had to.
But old dripping Beijing Rudy, he finna sing like the Mockingbird.
I don't know. I honestly think Rudy gonna go down with the ship. He's so far in. He gonna go down with the ship because he has actually convinced himself that he right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think he's actually convinced himself that he right. And he's just gonna be like, you know what? At the end of the day, they're gonna call me a political prisoner. But Rudy, let's understand something, my friend. You cannot go into the federal system. There are people there who know you intimately and they want to get to know you better, my boy. You do not want to go. You really don't want to be held in. You don't even want to be held you don't want to be held overnight. You don't even want to be held overnight. You definitely don't want to ever touch Rikers Island. You don't ever want to touch Rikers Island, bro.
Because at his age, that sphincter ain't as tight as it should be.
I don't even think it's about his sphincter. It is people he put away that are ready to do some seriously body harm to that man. His whole family's a monster.
Him in Rikers.
No, but
they're probably gonna build a jail for them.
Dude, his car can't even break down at the bridge to go to Rikers. He'll be in danger. You know what I'm saying? Dude, there's folks walking the streets in New York that was impacted by his work.
Right.
Man, trust me.
My brother mentioned something, and I had to get my 7 chuckles off on this one. And this was rather funny. He said, how ironic that Rudy Giuliani, quote unquote, wanted to clean up Times Square and the prostitution and the drug culture and this, that, and the third.
Right.
But then he got caught with a hoe. And he did a Viagra commercial. And my thing is this, him and Viagra shouldn't ever be in the same sentence. It just made me uncomfortable.
Wow. Was it really a hoe though? Was it a hoe? Do we know it was a hoe? Did he pay her?
It was a hoe.
I mean, let's be honest, Rudy's personal life ain't been working out too well. His long-term roommate and all of this, that, and the other. You know what I'm saying? His personal life. I'm at a place when it comes to former Mayor Giuliani that I'm just downright about to start feeling sorry for him. I'm really starting to feel sorry for him. Like, now he's just Man, I don't know. He just seemed like an old dude, you know, lost in Walmart. His kids is looking for him. They making announcements on the loudspeaker. Can't nobody find him. He back there in the fishing somewhere with a rod, hook stuck in his finger. And see, he just reminded me of he grandpa. He done wandered off the porch.
Right.
At this point, he just grandpa wandered off the porch, and I could probably maintain some type of feeling sorry for him if he would stop talking, but he keep talking. Like, my man, like, shut up. Quit talking. Like, you don't want to shut up. And the worst part is, he keeps thinking the more he talks, the better it's gonna be for him.
But you know, people probably in his ear, probably in the neighborhood doing that.
Yeah, there's some people in his ear doing that, but the thing about it is, Rudy don't have no money, so I don't know who he can afford to have in his ear. Like, anybody that would be close to him, there's no benefit. And the folks
But you just said the other day he made like some millions off of just his mugshot.
No, that was Trump. Trump made $7 million.
You talking about Eric?
No, I'm talking about Rudy Giuliani. Like, my man don't got no money. Like, he had to get Trump to agree to put together a fundraiser for him to raise legal funds. And he damn near had to threaten Trump to do it. Like, he had to coerce him. Like, yo, you gonna put something together for me, bro, because I don't have the money y'all got. I'm not getting no money off these merch. Ain't nobody buying my mugshot on t-shirts. I ain't got flash cards. I don't have none of the mechanisms that you have in place to generate money for yourself.
But yo, the question he rich. So why can't
Rudy Giuliani's not rich?
No, he's not.
He's not rich.
He's not rich. His wife took his money.
Rudy Giuliani's like, see that, and that's another misconception too. I really hate to say it, but people think just because you're on TV and you're in the news that you're rich. Not rich. Dude's not rich. Trump ain't even been paying him. He haven't been paying. You probably ain't got
saying he rich because what you tell me, Biz, you know, he was a mayor of New York. You telling me
don't make you rich?
Don't make you rich.
Michael Bloomberg was a mayor of New York, but he was a billionaire when he got the job.
Exactly. He was rich.
It was a Rockefeller that was a lieutenant governor of Arkansas, but he was already rich when he got the job.
Yeah, but I know what I'm saying is like, you know, I know he was getting them kickbacks and shit. I know he ain't no
man, listen.
Everybody got a lifestyle to live.
Kickbacks like that, buddy.
Dude, he had to move out of his. He had to move out of his apartment in New York. He had to move out of his. I think he had a brownstone or whatever.
Yeah, brownstone.
He had to move out of a lot of that shit because when he got divorced once, his wife took the joint.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Then he had a roommate, which was everybody was kind of was winking a nod about his roommate, this dude he was living with. He had a roommate and all that. You know what I'm saying? So trust me, you former mayor of New York. If your check is together, your money right, you don't have a roommate, bro.
Right. He had a roommate.
He had a roommate, like a real roommate. Like he needed somebody to help pay the rent. You know what I'm saying? Or he was. And the thing was, if I remember correctly, it wasn't even his place. He was staying with a friend.
Yeah.
Because the wife he got the crib, he had to bounce. And he didn't have enough money to go out and just buy another house.
He sold the other one. They jointly went in and sold the other one. He had to pay her off for the sale of that other one.
That's what I'm saying. He's not rich.
And legit moved in with somebody. So it wasn't really a roommate situation.
No, he's not rich.
Living with them.
He's not rich. I don't know if the book deals and all that stuff or whatever, movies and all.
She had that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, dude's not rich. And like I said, he's been running with Trump for the last... He's been running with Trump for the last 6-7 years, not getting paid. He's just been next to power trying to figure out a way to finagle it. That's why he was running around.
He's been trying to get that second win. He thought by hanging out with Trump that he was going to get the crumbs off the table, and he's really starving to death, literally.
Yeah, like he can't afford legal to defend himself against all this shit. So they're having a fundraiser for him to raise money.
Yep, she's having a fundraiser.
And he's not getting that. He's not getting the RNC is not picking up the legal bills for him because he's not a Republican candidate.
Nope.
And he's not working for the RNCs.
Right.
He's not like he's a consultant on campaigns and none of that.
RNC candidate.
And his name has been so toxic because of what he's been involved in. Like, he can't even go to somebody else's candidacy and be like, I'm gonna be a consultant, I'm gonna advise you. Man, they're like, nah, bro, I'm good. Like,
my thing is this: Rudy is so far in the toilet. Anytime your kid is running for an office and you're in a supermarket and somebody can slap you in the back and say, "What's up, scumbag?" You done fell from grace.
This kid didn't have a snowball chance in hell of winning nothing.
No,
because it was like, dude, you picked a real fine time to run for office on that name recognition when your dad didn't really kind of shitted it up a little bit. He really kind of poo-pooed it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he really did. So, I mean, right now, no, Rudy ain't rich, man. And I mean, I hate to say it, but it's A lot of people you think are rich just because rich and famous, they don't always go together. They don't always go together.
The thing about Rudy, people know him more so now because of his affiliation to Trump.
Right.
His mayoral run is a flash in the pan.
And that was that was his high point. He's like a dude that peaked in high school, and now it's all downhill from here.
He's really wankster.
I mean, he really, what happened, I mean, 9/11 obviously was tragedy, horrible, but the way he handled it, and after all that, he could have rolled into the sunset and been good to go. His popularity was through the roof. He was America's mayor. Everybody was, shouting for him. Dude could have got movie deals, but he could have got all kinds of stuff. But he still had to reach for the brass ring of that association in the White House with Trump. And one domino just kept knocking on one thing after another. And then the bleeding hair dye. And then that's when it became just like, it was like, man, you're a comic. You're a caricature of yourself. Then he called himself booking the Four Seasons to do the speech. And it ended up being a Four Seasons lawn repair place. And they still did it. It was like, dog, come on, man. Like,
the power of marketing.
But when you show up and you realize, oh, this ain't the Four Seasons Hotel. Oh, we next door to a pawn shop. At that point, you're supposed to be like, we're canceling the press. We're canceling. They did it anyway. But that's how desperate he was to be out front and try to look like he was really running something. All that running to Ukraine, my man was like, he was just a wild dog he was a dog chasing the fire engine. If he caught it, he wasn't gonna know what to do with it, bro.
Right.
And now he done got ran over by the truck. And it's bad. He probably could have salvaged himself a few times, but he just wouldn't stop talking. And now it's like, bro, we can't even help you. All the pity, second chances, all that is out the window for him. Like,
he's the equivalent of pissing in the wind.
Dude really did that to himself too. Like, bro.
He did. Because like Big said, after 9/11, he could have rode off into the sunset. He could have sold the books that he's written.
Dude, the book sales would have
his television appearances would have been lucrative.
Private.
But no, he maligned himself with the wrong person.
Yeah, I mean, I'm talking about private security firm, legal consultant. He could have, a professor at NYU. He could have been teaching anybody law school.
He could have had a tenure there. Yeah.
At that time, any law school in America, Georgetown Law, Harvard, NYU, Columbia, any of them joints would have been happy to have Rudy Giuliani.
Hey, so before we go on our break, in 5 years, what do y'all see Rudy at go?
I'm hoping he's still alive. I mean, this got to be taking a major toll on his health right now.
Well, yeah.
In 5 years, I want everybody to be held accountable for whatever they do. I don't wish nobody. I'm not one of the people that like, hope you get hit by a bus. I don't get down like that. But I just really think that
this is a lot.
Yeah, I just think at some point, like, dude, go sit down, bro. Just go sit down, bro. All right, let's play some music. We come back.
We shall be right back. Third and final segments and then random statements world right after this.
HoodTech Presents Da HoodCast.
Give me that
spent a couple blocks down Uncle T's with the luxury of riding round with a couple G's. That the bus and squeeze, tack that ass from the cut supreme. Watch your soully leave, nigga please. I'm a killer, push me. Don't worry, I don't get revenge, cause bitches giving pussy. I just go and fuck her friends and take a business plan and look, we out here getting money while you wondering what it could be. These snakes talk behind your back, but homie, they behind you for a reason. Everybody want that beef shit when it's here, these niggas vegan. I've been hot for so long, you got hot just for a season. Hit the stew up for the cooking. Dundre say we out here eating, nigga, give me that.
Give me that raw beef from Jay. Give me that raw beef from Jay. Say what you say. Give me that raw beef from Jay. 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 Say what you say. Give me that raw beef from Jay. Give me that raw beef from Jay.
Hey, add 'em up. By Eve, I'm sending shots to your ribs. My niggas eating while you sleeping. It's a jungle out here. I bring the peace and all the peace. And tell me who should I feel? It's 280 till grace. I pray that mercy is near. Got something wrong with me. Give me time to get right. I got bad bitches in my pictures. Now my bitch wanna fight. Hey, 2020's getting nearer. I can't see clear at night. I kinda lack for nothing, so I can't afford this here life. Just to be frank, I'm the mayor in every town that I ran. Niggas know I'm from the arc by the click I bring in. Pour this red flags, do rags, Impalas and some swishers. If that beat don't come from Dundre, ain't nobody fucking with you, nigga. Give me that.
Give me that raw beef from Jay. Give me that raw beef from Jay. Say what you say. Give me that raw beef from Jay. 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 Say what you say. Give me that raw beef from Jay.
HoodTech Presents Da HoodCast.
Just gave bro a fade and it's wet like wall. Chopping your son and might line up your dog. Run up a check, yeah, I'm a rich ball. Rich ball. Run up a check, yeah, I'm a rich ball. Rich ball.
My boy!
Oh, baby!
What's happening, man?
Goddamn, boy, I been calling you, man. What's happening? When you gonna get me in?
Niggas been chopping boys up,
Hey,
man.
man, I need an apartment, bro.
Hey,
What's
man, I
up?
don't know what we looking like for, like, we booked out for, like, the next 2-3 months,
Hey, bro,
huh?
this me, though. You say act like you know me, not like you owe me, baby. What's
I
happening?
said, hey, he gonna pay that VIP ticket, so they get him on the book ASAP. You hear me? What day you wanna come?
Man, tomorrow.
Say less, we got you, man. Be there at 3 o'clock.
Know that.
Yeah.
Got the pitch engineers.
Okay. Just gave bro a fade and it's wet like wall. Chopping your son and might line up your dog. Run up a check, yeah, I'm a rich ball. Rich ball. Run up a check, yeah, I'm a rich ball. Rich ball. Just gave bro a fade and it's wet like wall. Chopping your son and might line up your dog. Run up a check, yeah, I'm a rich ball. Rich ball. Run up a check, yeah, I'm a rich ball. Rich ball.
First barber in the city. Start charging them 50. I don't do walk-ins, gotta make appointments to get with me. Pray to God to be a baller. Now I'm a rich barber. Shop jump like the Carter. Laws ran in that bitch. I bet they wish that they didn't, cause they ain't even find shit. Jumped out, had the Snapchat party. Y'all remember that shit? Fresher than better watch your she hear about this. She gon' want me to hit. And T6, that's a S9. Black paint and my shit shine. Just to ride around and get the money. I'm a barber artist and a shop owner. Ho just mad cause I don't wanna. Got something bad down in Daytona. Big body, gotta watch the corner. Make them feel good like some marijuana.
Just gave bro a fade and it's wet like wall. Chopping your son and might line up your dog. Run up a check, yeah, I'm a rich ball. Rich ball. Run up a check, yeah, I'm a rich ball. Rich ball.
Trying to get the edge up. Is he in there? Is he in there?
He's not here. He's
Country.
He's booked.
Where he at?
When he gonna come back?
When he coming back?
Do you have a reservation?
He told me to just come up. He told me to just show up.
Deposit?
No, ain't paying no deposit. We good.
Well, I'm sorry. You're gonna have to call it again.
Oh man,
Try
come on,
again.
country.
3 months?
Wow.
Just gave bro a fade and it's wet like wall. Chopping your son and might line up your dog. Run up a chick, yeah, I'm a rich barber. Rich barber. Run up a chick, yeah, I'm a rich barber. Rich barber.
Shout out my nigga Country Money. I done stayed down, seen a bunch of hundreds. You ain't talking cash, you ain't talking about nothing. One pair of clipper cost 400. Too many heads, I had to do appointment Sunday through Monday. My trap be jumping. Fresh than a bitch, yeah, I'm a stunner. Got him so fresh, think I fucked his mama. Real rich barber, I could teach her ass by clientele. Everybody around me chopping fades, I got something for sale. I'm still iced out when the lights out. Don't call my phone unless it's VIP. 150, that's the extra fee. This cost a bag to sit in my seat. New foreign whip when I pull up. Stars in the ceiling with a hell of a feeling. Fresh cuts, keep my clients heavy. Got a bad bitch in Tallahassee. I knew when I first started I was gonna go retarded. These diamonds wet like water. Play with me, get hit with 40.
Just gave bro a fade and it's wet like wall. Chopping your son and might line up your dog. Run up a chick, yeah, I'm a rich barber. Rich barber. Run up a chick, yeah, I'm a rich barber. Rich barber. Just gave bro a fade and it's wet like wall. Chopping your son and might line up your dog. Run up a chick, yeah, I'm a rich barber. Rich barber. Run up a chick, yeah, I'm a rich barber. Rich barber.
Almost forgot. And we have returned for a third and final segment. HoodCast 371. Happy Labor Day! Yes, sir. We are back. Don't forget, like and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? We're your number one favorite podcast. Yes, like and subscribe.
For sure. Y'all gotta come through and rock with us, man.
Yeah,
Appreciate everybody
twice a
coming
week,
through.
baby.
It's Labor Day, so I know folks are out, but we still here, still working. So make sure y'all subscribe.
Mm-hmm.
Hit that YouTube. You can catch us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, your mama's house. Love the fuck.
Yeah.
You know we be at your mama's house.
Yeah.
Well, you're mine.
It's your mama's house then. You know what I'm saying?
And the church ladies.
Yeah, it's Coke. Coke and Ham's the church ladies. Church ladies Coke.
You know what? I tell you, that night he almost got hit with a Bible.
Yeah, they was out there. They was looking for him. They was hanging out by his mama's house waiting for him to come through.
And what's so bad about it? Mama called me yelling.
He lived down the street from him. Well, I ain't gonna say what church he lived down the street from. Where he used to, where his mom is. You can't be talking like that living down the street from that church. You just right. Little Rock. No, it's about 3 churches in Little Rock. If you live too close to him, you really can't say no crazy shit about church. Those old ladies will run up on you. And he lives not 200 yards from one of them.
All right, y'all, before we go to final statements, these Republican candidates.
Yes, please.
Let's talk about them a little bit. Do anybody know the name of the top? I should have asked y'all this earlier in the text.
The top candidate?
The top
candidates.
Well, Trump, DeSantis, and whoever them other seven people are.
DeSantis.
What about my homeboy?
Mike Pence.
No.
Allen.
Allen.
Asa Hutchinson?
The black guy.
No.
Oh, you talking about Tim?
Yeah, Tim.
You talking about Tim Scott?
Tim Scott, yeah.
Tim Scott is he got a snowball chance in hell.
Yeah.
On a summer day in Bermuda.
You know what kills me about
wearing
Tim
a
Scott?
sweatsuit.
Shit. What's the
You know what tickles me about him? When they sat up here and he went to shake their hand and they looked at him like, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
Now, here's what kills me about Tim Scott. Like, you were raised in a working class home by a single mother who worked as a CNA to support you and your older brother.
Hold on, wait a minute. Stop right there. Hold on. His mom was a CNA?
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man.
His mother was a CNA.
Tim been through some shit.
Right.
Tim been through some
That's
shit.
why he want to be president because he's been
listen,
there. I'm voting for
been through some shit.
But wait,
Might get my vote
you're
now.
a Republican.
Yeah.
You're a Republican. Like,
Well, that's who he latched on to, and it kind of gave him some. It helped move him up. You know what I mean?
Maybe he can change. Maybe he can change the party. I'm voting for him.
I don't. You know what? I don't think he can change the party.
Not on paper.
The party changed
in my heart.
In my heart, I got your back, Tim. Because nobody else does. You are truly the one dude at the party. Everybody asking, well, who invited him?
Right.
But your boy Vivek.
Yes.
Vivek. Yes. Ramaswamy. His numbers aren't any better than Tim's.
Nope.
His media coverage is looking so much better after that debate.
Of course, because he got his people behind him.
Yeah, but now he know how to talk that. See, he is Trump light. You know what I'm saying? He's doing. He's basically doing DeSantis better than DeSantis is. You know what I'm saying? DeSantis came in and trying to be Trump light, but his personality is just oatmeal. It's just terrible.
The whole world. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I just know that the system is fucked up. Everybody knows that the system is fucked up. This DeSantis drag queen wearing ass motherfucker. Look how he run his state. You see what I'm saying? All this shit that be happening.
Two different people. That's two different people. You got Santos and DeSantis mixed together. Santos, the guy that's on the indictment for election fraud, that's the representative from Long Island who lied and said his mother died of 9/11 and he lied about everything. They say he won the World Cup. I mean, dude just been lying so much.
Well, I'm talking about the governor.
DeSantis.
That is the presidential, one of the presidential candidates. Republican.
And you know, one thing about Ron DeSantis, you know, he likes to
he might as well wear his boxers backwards as well. He might as well.
I say song made of licorice, but okay.
But I mean, his whole your state just got hit with a major natural disaster. The president's coming there on the ground,
and he didn't meet.
And you don't want to meet with him,
bro. You're trying to get aid. Your state needs aid.
Yeah, the thing about it is, you don't have to meet with the president for him to give you aid. It's not a requirement.
No, it's a respect thing.
Yeah. I'll be honest though. I'll always say to myself whenever somebody said, "Oh, the president's coming." Remember when it took George Bush forever to come there, and they always said, well, if he comes, the security detail and all this is going to distract away from the help. Trust me, a disaster that big, a motorcade is not distracting from any help.
No.
Right.
No.
Nobody's going, oh, well, we're not going to be able to fish these kids off these rooftops because the president shit. Nobody's doing that. That's always bullshit. And for DeSantis to be like, I'm not meeting with you because, I don't want to be distracted from, what my constituents
that's one little small, very, very small thing that I agree with him with. Fuck Biden. You see what I'm saying?
Well, my thing is this, like, he's worried about. He's worried about getting the Krispy Kreme.
You meant Krispy Kreme. You meant it. Yes, you meant it.
Krispy Kreme.
I would say
shit.
The longer I'm on this show, the more I'm rubbing off on Biggs. I'm serious. The more I'm starting to rub off.
Governor Krispy Kreme.
Now listen, Biggs is already writing my epilogue to 101 Ways to Be Racist.
Without saying the word.
Without saying the word. Now watch. He's going to do the sequel. He's going to teach the class.
Oh my God.
But he's going to get Howard teaching the class.
So what DeSantis is trying to avoid is looking away. Governor Christie looked when Obama visited New Jersey after the big flood, after the big hurricane there. And he was there, he shook hands with him, he embraced him, they was all buddy-buddy. And it was like, Chris Christie, because they was like, oh, no, I thought Obama's a devil.
You almost said Crisp again. Y'all hear that?
I know, Chris Christie. So, like, all the Republicans and all the Republicans' constituents, and I don't even want to call them Republicans anymore. I don't know what that party is. That's definitely not the Republican Party that my grandparents were part of. But anyway.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, my grandparents were Republican.
So what did they make? Your grandparents were Republican. What about your parents?
We're not really here to discuss my political lineage. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. When he the people that now who have taken over the Republican Party when Chris Christie.
Pause. Wait a minute.
We're just gonna ride right past that. When Chris Christie, we'll discuss off camera. But when Chris Christie shook hands with Obama and stood next to him during their natural disaster, his political clout just took a hit because they was on some we not cooperating with nobody for nothing, even if it is there to help your constituents. And that's what DeSantis was trying to avoid. I'm sure his political advisor said, no, you can't meet. I mean, you're already trailing. You're not even trailing in the polls.
But see, that's the whole fucked upness about the system. Why give a fuck about that shit when you got people in need, bro?
Well, the people still gonna get the help.
Even fucking matter at all.
Well, see, the people still gonna get the help. The people still gonna get the help because the federal government's gonna help them.
I mean, maybe the president there, ups morale a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
That's crazy.
That's true. But you gotta remember also, the people who support DeSantis and the crazy shit he's doing, they wasn't gonna like Biden no matter what he did. He could have came in there with a big ass water hose and sucked up all the water, rebuilt all the houses, put down new streets, new schools, new hospitals, and gave everybody $1 million, and they still would have said, fuck that dude. You know what I'm saying? That's just where it is. And
the government hadn't been.
You know what I'm saying?
The government hadn't been for the people ever.
Well, the government is for the country. It's about running the country.
Right.
It's about running the country. And well, you're gonna get me on my soapbox. But you don't wait on. You know how they say, do not ask what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
Mm-hmm.
That whole sentiment of being, we all supposed to contribute. And if you don't like the way something is running, the best way to fix it is to get involved. I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna put it out there and just leave it there.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm leaving it right there. But if you don't like it,
another one off camera because I am behooved.
But I'm just saying, if you don't like the way things are, you need to get involved. You can't stand.
But does getting involved really do anything?
Yeah, it can.
It can.
It actually can. It actually can. It actually can. Because if it didn't, the world would be a much worse place.
Yeah,
much worse. I mean, much worse.
There's a hidden agenda for almost
I'm thinking North Korea worse. I'm thinking.
Oh shit!
You know what I'm saying? It could be a much worse place. And see, I don't want to say that. I can't take GMAC stance. Whatever, because that would be really disrespectful to people that get up every day and get out there and really be trying to do something, like on the ground doing something. Yeah. So I can't be disrespectful to those folks. Anyway, let's get to random statements. Y'all took me way off my got me off on the soapbox.
I need counseling after this show.
I never told you that, Jen.
I'm just, if the day of cheese wasn't enough, this just whitewashes all of this.
Shut up.
Well, since we're random statements, let me go first. Happy Labor Day, everybody. I just wanted to say something to make sure that it was kind of like G-rated.
G-rated.
Yeah.
Not GMAC rated, but G-rated.
And also, get that merch, baby. www.hoodtechproductions.com/merch. Yes. Get that shit, snitch.
Merch. My random statement for tonight, I'll go second. So Jen can Google and look hers up while I'm doing mine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And my random statement is this. If you don't get involved, you can't complain.
So let me ask you a question, babe. Is that geared towards me?
No questions.
Is that geared towards me? Because I can complain. You see what I'm saying? I don't complain.
I'm not taking questions.
I get involved. If it affects me, I'm in that shit. Regardless if I'm not involved or not.
I'm not taking questions. I'm not signing autographs. No photos, please.
All right, Mr. Bird. All right, J.E.
You must be the change that you wish to see in the world.
Now,
is that a Anita Baker song? Or was that Michael Jackson? Man,
I don't know. Now, you talk about change. You talking about money change, or you talking about change the world?
You must be the change. You must be the 2 quarters and a dime.
Right.
If you want to see 35 cents worth change.
I want to talk about these Republican grandparents.
Okay, we can do that later on, man. You know how long we've been on this thing. It's people like, man, y'all niggas need to get the fuck off of here. So
Maybe another time.
Yes, yes.
We'll talk about political lineage on the next show.
All right, well, thank y'all again for coming through and listening to our shenanigans. Please subscribe, like, and share. Share our love. We love the shit.
If everybody knows what Coke is, tell him he in trouble.
Hey, world. Have a hood day.
Tell him mama looking for him.
Have a hood day, world.
Have a hood day.
Have a hood day.
HoodTech presents the HoodCast. HoodTech presents the HoodCast.